guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be another makeup empties. I know I did my last makeup empties I think 7 to 8 months back, so it's been a long time, and since it's makeup, it does take a while to actually finish up products. So finally I've gathered quite a few products which I have to share with you guys, and let's quickly get started. The first product which I have is probably the product which I most recently finished up, and it's the Colorbar loose powder. It's the Flawless Airbrush Finish loose powder in the shade Beige Classic, and this is one of my absolute favorite loose powders. Like, this is definitely the first one I've tried, but I'm currently using the one by Lakme, and I don't like it as much as I love this one. It's absolutely amazing, especially if you have oily to very oily skin. It's great to just use all over the face. That's how I use it, and it keeps my face pretty matte throughout the day, which I absolutely freakingly love. I don't need to do a ton of like touch-ups throughout the day, and I don't feel my face getting too oily throughout the day when I use this one, which is why I absolutely freakingly love this. Of course, I will definitely repurchase this, but I do want to try out a lot of like other loose powders before I go back to this one and just explore different options and stuff like that, which is why I won't repurchase it now, but I definitely will repurchase it, and I would highly recommend this to you guys if you have oily skin as well. And yeah, that's all I had to say about this one. Moving on to another compact powder which I absolutely freakingly loved, but like you can see, I've made the transition from pressed powders to loose powders now, and the pressed powder which I used previously and I absolutely loved is this one by Lakme. It's the 9 to 5 Flawless Matte Complexion Compact. This one is in the shade Almond Matte actually, and it's one of the first like, previously I used to use the shade Almond Matte, and then I realized that this basically kind of oxidizes throughout the day, which is why it's better to use a shade lighter, and that's when I went to Melon Matte, and that one is actually my perfect shade. So I will definitely maybe go back to this in the future, because I do really like it for an everyday basis. It gives you this really nice natural finish, but it also covers like pretty well. I would say it's like a sheer to medium coverage, and it's perfect for everyday wear. If you do like more of a compact powder and like a pressed powder rather than a loose powder, then I would definitely highly recommend this one. It does not have enough shades. I feel that is one of the issues. Like, if they do have 3 shades, I believe Melon Matte is the lightest, then you have Almond Matte, and the darkest shade is I think Apricot, and those are the only 3 shades that they have. So if you do find that one of the shades matches you pretty well, and you like using a compact powder for an everyday basis to just even out your complexion a little bit, then I will recommend this one to you guys. But if not, I think it just depends. Also, the great thing about this one is that it's suitable no matter what your skin type is. Oily, normal, combination, dry, it's going to suit you no matter what your skin type is. And yeah, I definitely really love this product in the past, and I will recommend it to you if it suits your skin type and your skin needs and things like that. Moving on next to another product which I absolutely freakingly loved towards like the beginning of 2018, I would say, and it's the NYX HD finishing powder, and this one is in the shade Translucent. So this is basically in the pan it looks completely white, and I like to call it a primer in like a powder format or like in a pressed powder format. So again, this is great if you have oily skin and if you want your face to stay matte throughout the day, and if you don't like loose powders because they are so messy, then I would recommend this one to you, because it's more of like a pressed powder. So just like you use a normal compact powder, you can use this one as well. It does not have coverage, but if you have really oily skin, then it's going to keep your face matte for a very long time, which is why it's great if you have oily to very oily skin. Again, I will definitely repurchase this in the future, and I also feel that it's great because it's very travel friendly. Like, you can have this in your bag, like if you get super duper oily, or if you're going to be in the sun for a very long time, then you might need to touch up throughout the day. And since it's very travel friendly because it comes in the pressed powder format, so you can just have this in your bag and travel with it, which is why it's also great. Moving on next to out of all the compact powders and pressed powders and all the powders basically that I have. The one which I was the most disappointed with is the one by Sugar. So it's the as nude as it gets SPF 15 compact, and I was in the shade 02 Cappuchino. Now this one personally is not my absolute favorite because it has very sheer coverage, so it does not like even out your skin tone as well as the one by Lakme does. Secondly, it my face gets pretty oily with this throughout the day, so I feel it does not serve the purpose for me in any of the categories. If you have normal to dry skin, then it's probably more suitable for you, but if you have like combination to oily skin, then I think it's just a waste of money because it's going to do practically nothing for you, so no point spending money on this. And yeah, that is what I think about the compact powder by Sugar. So yeah, I definitely will not repurchase it. I think that's pretty obvious. Moving on next to some lip products that I have. So the first one I have is a lipstick by Lotus Herbals. It's in the shade Rosewood, and I've completely used it up. So this one again, even though I did use it up completely because I absolutely love the shade, it's a really nice nude pink color, but what I didn't like too much was the formulation. So it has a more glossy satiny kind of a finish, and I personally love matte lipsticks, which is why I didn't really like this one too much because not really long lasting. You will need to keep touching up and things like that. If you do like a more comfortable satiny glossy kind of a lipstick, then you can probably check out this lipstick range because they do have a lot of other shades as well. But if you like more of a matte formulation, then it's something you don't need to even care for, just skip through it. Another lipstick which I have is one of the Mascara soft matte lip creams. This is in the number 12, and like you can see, it's a really bright pink color. And the Mascara soft matte lip creams, I feel a lot of people do really love, but I personally am not the biggest fan of it because even though a lot of people say that it's not as drying as other liquid lipsticks, but I do still feel that it's a little bit drying, and I can personally like look past that. But I feel that when you're wearing it like throughout the day, like after a meal and stuff like that, it gets really patchy and crumbly, and it does not really look that good. So I think that's one of the reasons why I feel that it's not really worth it, because it's going to get patchy throughout the day anyways. And I would rather go for like a bullet lipstick which is matte, which leaves at least a stain behind, and it'll be easier to like reapply over that. You don't need to like wipe it off completely and then reapply. So I feel that's the reason why it's just not my favorite. And there are a ton of other matte lipsticks and a lot of other liquid lipsticks as well, which I love more than this one. So if you're just looking for an affordable liquid lipstick, then you might want to check it out. You can just buy one and see what how you feel about it if you haven't tried it already. But yeah, definitely let me know what you think about the Mascara soft matte lip creams if you've already used them. And yeah, that's it. Now I think I just have a ton of mascaras, and then we'll be done with this video. So let me start with another Sugar product, which again I was not really fond of. I do really love Sugar Cosmetics as a brand, and I do love a lot of their products, but for some reason in this video, both the products which I've used up completely, I'm not really fond of. But yeah, I do have the mascara, which is called the Lash Limitless mascara in the shade Black with a Bang. Now the reason why I don't really love this is because of the wand. This is what it looks like, and the wand is just too fat for me, and I didn't really like the formulation that much as well. It was a really like dry mascara, and I felt like it did nothing for my lashes, which is why I didn't really like it. So yeah, that's all I had to say. Moving on to my absolute favorite mascara of all time, I have two empty tubes of this mascara. It is the Maybelline the Falsies Push Up Drama Mascara, and I have one washable and one waterproof version with me right here. I absolutely freakingly love this mascara because it gives me volume, length, and it also separates my lashes a lot, and it just, my lashes just look so good when I use this. Like no other mascara has given me this sort of effect that this one gives me. And I also really love the fact that it's pretty affordable as well. It's around the 500-550 range, and if you buy during a Nykaa sale, it's even more affordable. So yeah, I absolutely love this mascara, and I would highly recommend it. moving on to two other mascaras which I also did really like. This one is the Maybelline the Colossal Volume Express Mascara, and this one again, like the name says, it gives you a lot of volume. And then I also have the Falsies Volume Express Mascara, which gives you a lot of length. So I feel that when you combine these two, it gives you the effect of this one. So I think I would rather go for like this one rather than buy either of these like individually. Of course you can use them like together, but I personally don't really like layering mascaras. If I'm using a mascara, I'll just use one. I won't use two at the same time. I know a lot of people do that, and I honestly don't know how they do it, but I feel that when you apply like one mascara, it will dry up completely, and then when you apply the second one on top, it gets kind of like clumpy, and not clumpy exactly, but it gets really dry and then flaky as well on the lashes, and I don't really like that, which is why I'll just use one mascara which does whatever I wanted to do. So yeah, that was what I had to say about these two. But if you want just volume in particular or length in particular, then you can go for either of these ones depending on what your needs are, because they're definitely great mascaras. And moving on to two other mascaras which again were okayish for me, not really that great. And the Magnum Barbie mascara by Maybelline, I felt this one has a very dry formulation, and that's the reason why I did not like it. I like more wet mascaras rather than like drier mascaras. That's the reason why this did not really impress me at all. And then the Maybelline the Hyper Curl Volume Express Mascara was again an average okayish mascara for me. It did not really do anything that great for my lashes, which is why I was not super duper impressed with it. And yeah, that's it. That's all I had for my makeup empties, and I really hope that you found this video helpful in some sort of way. You got to know what I like in my mascaras, what kind of lipsticks I like, what kind of compact powders I like, and definitely let me know what kind of products, what kind of makeup products do you want me to like you know, talk about more on my channel. If you want something that I should try out and let you know, then definitely leave that in the comment section down below. And yeah, that was it for this video. I really hope that you found it helpful if you're planning on doing some makeup shopping in the future. And yes, I will leave product links to all of these products in the description box. Also, please do subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed watching this video and you would like to watch more of my videos, and also hit on the notification bell button, because that way you'll get a notification when I post a new video. And yeah, I'll also leave my social media handles in the description box. I have an Instagram and a Snapchat, so you can also follow me there. And yes, that was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye.